Goes live. Yep.
Just close it out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the breakout room button you have down, you're still familiar with that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Only problem I have is trying to put the cord in it. When I put the cord in it, that's when it wasn't allowing me to put the cord in it. It was
Hold on, just let me in.
hmm.
Let me in.
You should be on right. I hit them at all. There you are. Did you get it?
Good morning. How are you doing?
How you doing? And I'm supposed to be talking.
No.
I'm sorry about that.
Good morning, everyone. APA
morning.
McCray.
Morning. Yes, good morning. I'm here.
Good morning.
What's your P number for me?
Sure, it's 83698.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Fanny, who do you have?
I have Mr. Keyshawn Johnson.
I see him here as well. Thank you.
Thank you as well. And he is present. Thank you.
Attorney Colobos, who do you have?
Thank you, Andrew Allward.
And is your client on Zoom?
He's in my office with me. I'll flip it around. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carolyn Marsh, who do you have?
Good morning. I have Robert Rios Barber, who is present on Zoom for sentencing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other defense attorney that needs to check in or APA that needs to check in?
Yes, Your Honor. Michael Frezza, Assistant Attorney General for the people on the Baumgartner case. As Your Honor might recall, Mike Ratai had another Zoom hearing, and he tells me that he'll be here as soon as he finishes that up, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, this is the court clerk, but what's your name again?
Oh, Mike Frezza, Frezza, P46949. We're waiting on Mike Ratai on Baumgartner.
Okay, you're the AG.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, Lori Schoen on behalf of MDOC.
Good morning, Ms. Schoen. We only have 2 matters for you today.
You know what? I actually have 3, but I could be wrong.
I have Donald Watkins for arraignment on the violation of probation. And I have a show cause for Darren Clay.
Yeah, and then there's the e-banks.
Oh, yep, for a violation hearing, yes. Thank
But
you.
actually, he was a HIDA revocation, so his is going to be more like a review.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, can I know if I'm in the right room, please? I don't, my lawyer's not here. I don't know what's going on.
What's your name, sir?
Hussein Mohammed Saad, 62993, Uttering and Publishing.
Your attorney, Miller Grant, has not checked in, but you're in the right place. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam Clerk, good morning. This is Prosecutor Andrea McCray. Are you able to put your email in the chat?
Yes, but I'll email you, Ms. McCray. You should have it. It's Rosalind Dawson.
Oh, I have it. I have it. Okay, good. It's good to see you. Good morning.
Thank you. Same here.
everyone?
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, are we ready? Good morning, Miss Fanny. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm happy and pleased to be here and happy to see you where you are.
Good. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, yes.
Yes. If you want me to miss some more, we want to just go over what we got right now.
That's up to you, Judge.
Let's go over what we got right now.
How's it going?
Hi, good morning.
Our party's ready on Keyshawn Johnson.
Ready.
Yes.
Case number 21002452, People State of Michigan versus Keyshawn Johnson. This matter is here for a calendar conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people. P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. If it pleases the court, Attorney Andrea Fanning, P 42853, appearing with my client, Mr. Keyshawn Johnson. Mr. Johnson, can you please identify yourself for the record?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Keyshawn Johnson.
Thank you,
Good
Your
morning,
Honor.
Mr. Johnson, and good morning to everyone else. Ms. McCray, do we have an offer from the people?
Yes, we do, Your Honor. The offer is to plead guilty to the misdemeanor failure to stop at the scene of a personal injury accident pursuant to MCL 257.617A. That carries a maximum 1 year in jail. That is a misdemeanor. The sentence agreement would be 2 years probation, restitution. Defendant must be in school and or gainfully or maintain gainful employment.
All right, Ms. Fanning, is that the first time you're hearing this?
Your Honor, it is. They sent me the plea offer fairly late. I did talk to my client about it early this morning, but I would just ask if you can give us just a very brief opportunity so that I can fully explain everything to my client. That would be well appreciated.
Okay, do you want me to give you dates or do you just want me to give you a pretrial?
You can just give me a pretrial. We're going to take advantage of the plea offer, but I do need to, Ms. McCray, I just, because the plea offer came so late, I don't know that she has even had time to prepare the plea offer and email it to me. I did send a note this morning, but I know that was kind of late. So if you just give me a pretrial, I'm pretty sure we'll get it resolved. Thank you.
Okay, Madam Clerk, how many matters do we have on, June 2nd? Oh my God. What about June 11th? The 16th? June 16th.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, this matter's concluded. Mr.
Thank you.
Johnson, have a good day.
You as
You
well,
too.
Your Honor. Thank
You
you.
too.
Too, Ms.
Bye-bye.
Fanning.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
How do you leave? Oh,
Yes, you can leave, Mr. Johnson.
okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.
Our party's ready on all word.
Ready.
Ready, Your Honor.
This is case number 21000632, People State of Michigan versus Andrew Allward. This matter is here for a pretrial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people. P number 83698.
Your Honor, Bill Kolovis on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Allward, P 38434.
Good morning. Is Mr. Allward on the call?
He's with me to the left of me at my office.
Oh, okay. All right. Good morning, Mr. Allward.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. What are we doing? I see the plea form, but there's no signature from the defense. So what are we doing on this matter?
Your Honor, it was for a Cobb plea was put over today. We submitted a letter with regard to it. I don't know if Your Honor has the letter from me.
Let's see. I do not remember reading a Cobb's. Was it a Cobb's letter?
Yes.
She-
Um,
my-
there was a
I was not-
confirmation on it.
Who did you email it to?
Emailed it to you, Your Honor, your courtroom, and it was, I received a return confirmation that it was received.
All right, she must not have printed it to me. She printed it and given it to me. How long is it?
Not long at all.
All right, Ms. McCray, what are the guidelines on this?
Your Honor, the guidelines are 0 to 9.
Your Honor, if I may.
Sure.
Okay, my client's first alcohol offense was 18 years ago in 2003. And then he does have another conviction 5 years ago in 2016. He, just lightly on the letter, is that he's 47 years of age. He's sitting next to me here. He's currently a site manager, been in the 2006 on in the steel field. Actually works in Toledo, Ohio. Works 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 6:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock. He's never been reprimanded or been time off or anything. In fact, he's been promoted over the years as a site manager. He's been going to AA a minimum of 4 times a week. That's in person. And he's, because of COVID, it's become a little difficult, but in-person Apex Behavioral Health in Brownstown, attending counseling that he's attempting to set up. And it's just a matter of time. It's just with this COVID, they want in-person counseling. It's been a little difficult, but he's taken this extremely serious. And given that his first offense was 18 years ago in 2003, Your Honor, excuse me, is that he would lose his employment. And I understand he's 100% responsible for his actions, but he would ask of the court the leniency to be able to maintain his job that he's worked so hard for all these years. That we ask that if at all possible, that a minimum sentence of the 30 days with work release, if it's at all possible. And I don't know what they're doing over there now.
Okay, that's
Thank
what
you.
I was gonna tell you. The jail is not doing work release right now because of COVID. So, the court's cons would be 2 years probation, 30 days. But the issue is he wouldn't be able to do work release because they're not allowing people in and out. So,
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. Yes, Your Honor, then we would take that. Thank you very much.
okay. Let me write it on the form.
Thank you, Judge.
But now here's the issue. When I write it on, you all, then it's gotta be emailed to you, and then we have to get your signatures, and then you have to send it back as well as to the prosecution. So I can write it on here, but then we'll have to pass this matter so that you all can get it together, okay?
Absolutely, Judge. I can get it done as soon as it's sent. We can shoot it right back.
Okay. You said he's in counseling right now, is that correct?
Correct, that he's enrolled, yes. Apex
is that?
Behavioral Health. I'm sorry, Judge.
Where is that he's enrolled?
Apex, APEX, Apex Behavioral Health in Brownstown, Michigan.
Okay, is that and I take it that's an outpatient program, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna put continued treatment at Apex.
Yes, and he's also been going to AA 4 times a week.
Behavioral health as well as AA.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's 2 years probation with 30 days in the Wayne County Jail, continued treatment at Apex Behavior Health, as well as, Ms. McCray, is there any, restitution on this? Did this involve anybody else's vehicle or anything like that?
No, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may ask just procedurally in the prosecutor, this is going to be emailed from the prosecutor, is that correct? The plea, and then we'll just scan it and send it back to the prosecutor?
No, I'm going to email it. I'm gonna have the clerk email it to you. And then
Okay.
you all can sign it and send it back to me and send the prosecutor a copy. So the prosecutor
Okay.
has a signed copy as well as the court, okay?
Very good. Thank you very much, Judge.
Put your email in the chat so Madam Clerk can get it and then she can email the form.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Madam Clerk, it just going through.
Will you just be passing the matter now and then,
Yes, we are gonna
okay.
pass this matter now. We need to move the docket along.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right.
Parties on Robert Rios Barber. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready, Your Honor, and Mr. Barber's here as well.
Yes, I have it.
This is case number 21000652, People State of Michigan versus Robert Rios Barber. This matter is here for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray, appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Carolyn Chapman Marsh, P318887, on behalf of Mr. Rios Barber, who is present via Zoom. We have no objections for continuing these proceedings through video Zoom today.
Hi, good morning to everyone. Mr. Rios Barber. where
Yes,
are
Your
you?
Honor. I'm right here.
Oh,
Good morning.
Good morning. State your name for the record.
Robert Rios Barber.
All right, this is the date, time, and place set for sentencing this matter. Mr. Rios Barber, do you consent to being sentenced over Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. What I will have to tell all parties, however, is we probably gonna have to, Ms. Schoen, are you on the call?
Yes, Judge.
This is the one that an amendment was made to a change yesterday.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to, on page under Department of Corrections recommendations, Defense Counsel, there was a change made to add must participate in adult education or GED program as directed by the field agent. It was not on the original. So Ms. Schoen is gonna have to email that to you.
Okay, that's fine, Your Honor. And I did discuss with Mr. Rios Barber at the time we took the plea that you would probably request that he continue his education since he didn't finish high school, Your Honor.
Okay, can you put your email in the chat for Ms.
Yes.
Schoen?
I will do
I
that.
just want to, and I'm gonna make a record to indicate, because I'm assuming that you went over this pre-sentence investigation report with your client, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. And we
So-
do not have any additions or corrections at this time.
Okay,
There was
Madam-
I'm sorry.
Madam Prosecutor, any additions, corrections, or deletions?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rios Barber, you do consent to be sentenced over Zoom?
Yes.
All right, did you go over the pre-sentence investigation report with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, as I indicated for the record, the probation department our agent for this courtroom is Ms. Schoen. She's going to send over to your attorney another page 1, which is the Department of Corrections recommendation. What has been added is that you must participate in an adult education or GED program as directed by the field agent. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention so that you would know that is one condition that was not on there when you went over it with your attorney. So
Yeah, that wasn't on there.
Pardon me?
I said, yeah, I didn't see that on there.
No, yeah, it wasn't on there. It's on there now, okay? Do you want to go into a breakout room with your attorney?
No, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. That's cool.
Okay, good. All right. As to guidelines, has everybody had an opportunity to review the guidelines, defense and prosecution?
Yes, Judge. Yes.
Yes, Your
Any
Honor.
changes to the PRBs?
No, I don't think so because of that juvenile conviction. So I think it is correct at 0 to 6.
All
That's
right.
my understanding as well, Your Honor.
Okay, no changes to the OVs either?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Madam Prosecutor, anything you'd like to say before the court imposes a sentence?
No, Your Honor, just that we consented to HIDA and HIDA is reflected on the PSI. So I just want to put that on the record.
All right. And defense, anything you'd like to say before the court imposes a sentence?
Your Honor, just briefly, I think it was overall very positive report. And as I stated, I had already talked to Mr. Barber about continuing his education. I think that would make him a much more successful person in terms of his future career. He is employed, Your Honor, but he did ask me to request if the court costs could possibly be lowered. He works basically, I would say it's almost a contingency basis since he works in a service industry. So his income does vary per month. He lives with his father and stepmother, and they are currently unemployed due to the COVID situation. So he contributes a little more to the family income in terms of household expenses, and we would ask the court to consider lowering his court costs.
Okay. Mr. Rios Barber, is there anything
Yes.
you'd like to say to the court prior to sentencing?
No.
All right. The court is going to sentence you pursuant to the sentence agreement of 1 year probation under HIDA with telephone reporting after 6 months. If abiding by the terms of probation, you must forfeit the weapon to the arresting agency and must take care of your traffic tickets. You may not use, possess, or own weapons during the term of the probation. There is 3 days jail credit that I'm showing. Is that correct, counsel?
All right, I don't see you on here, though.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If you're not on this case, please mute your phone.
Okay.
It's also, you must participate in an adult education or GED program as directed by the field.
Amen.
Who was that at Christian's iPhone?
No space.
Man, I don't know.
Who is that that's speaking that has Christian's iPhone on it?
I didn't even call me that. Call me that.
Sir, in the white shirt. Yes, thank you. Keep your phone muted until we call your case. All right, you must participate in the GED, adult GED program and complete it. And you must not engage in assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You must not have verbal, electronic, or physical contact without permission of the field agent with anyone you know to have a felony record. And you must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone you know to be engaged in any behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any unit of government. You must not use any object as a weapon. You must not own, use, or have under your control or area of control a weapon of any type or of any imitation of a weapon. and you must not be in the company of anyone you know to possess these items. You must report any arrest or police contact, loss of employment, or change of residence to the field agent within 24 hours, weekends and holidays exempted. You must make genuine efforts to find and maintain legitimate employment of a minimum of 30 hours a week. Mr. Rios Barber, how many hours are you working now?
I would say about 40 hours a week.
Okay, so you're working full time. All right.
Yeah.
So you need to keep that position unless you're getting engaged into an alternative program approved by the field agent. You must provide ongoing verification of employment or alternative program to the field agent. And you shall not give reason to be terminated or voluntarily terminate your employment or alternative program unless you first obtain written permission from the field agent. I also need to let you know, Mr. Rios Barber, you are on probation for a year. And if you complete everything that is requested of you to complete in your probation within 6 months, the probation department will contact the court to indicate whether it's possible for you to be discharged from probation early, or you can contact the court yourself and request to be discharged from probation early, as long as you have not had any violations. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, that's great.
So you can basically get off in 6 months, but you need to have your GED. And as your defense counsel has indicated, this court is very high on education. You make yourself more marketable. You can't do hardly anything without a high school diploma or GED. So it is required of you to get that. You must pay $68 state cost. You must pay a crime victims assessment in the amount of $130. It says that your court costs are $1,300. I'm going to waive those, so you don't have to pay the $1,300. And there's $400 in attorney fees. How much do you make an hour, Mr. Rios Barber?
Well, I really add all my money up and then I get paid out at the end of the week. So I get paid between $700 to $500 every week.
Okay. All right. The attorney fees, I'm going to reduce to $200 instead of $400.
Okay, thank you.
You must forfeit your weapons to the arresting agency. You can be placed on telephone reporting after 6 months. And like I said, if you comply with all the conditions, it's possible you could be off in 6 months. You must take care of your traffic tickets, and you must pay $30 per month supervision fee. It is my duty to inform you that you have the right to request a leave to. Oh, wait a minute, you're on HIDA.
Right.
So you're not.
Let's say judge. Yeah.
The appellate. You do need to contact probation. That phone number is, are you ready to write this down?
Yes, I am already in contact with my probation officer.
Okay, so you know the number is 456-4600, correct?
Well, let me, I have her personal phone number, so let me get the probation number. What is it again?
313.
13.
456.
456.
4600.
4600. Okay, thank you.
All right, anything else from the parties?
Nothing further. Thank you very much, Your Honor. And you
All
have
right,
a good
Mr.
rest of
Rios
the
Barber, good luck to you.
Okay, thank you, and I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We're done,
Matters
Mr. Barber.
Okay.
This matter is concluded. You can hang up.
Thank you.
Parties on the Leah Bush.
Ready.
Good morning. How you doing?
Mr. Tuttles, you need to mute yourself. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Mr. Clements, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. This is case number 21000387, People State of Michigan versus Aaliyah Bush. This matter is here for a pretrial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray, appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83690.
May it please the court, Judge. My name is Adam Clements, P number 77233, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Aaliyah Bush. Ma'am, would you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the court?
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Bush.
All right, good morning, Ms. Bush. Let's see. All right, so the last time we were here, Mr. Clements, you indicated you were going to talk to Mr. Hathaway. Were you able to do that?
I haven't received an answer from him yet, Judge. Ms. Bush is one of 3 cases that I've submitted requests for review. If I could just maybe have another week or so to get an answer, I'm hoping that it will be positive.
Okay. You're going to get more than a week because my schedule is kind of packed.
Okay.
So, what's the next date in June has? What's the next date in June that doesn't have a lot of matter? Yeah. No, June 9th is my investiture. No, I am here, but I have a Miller hearing on that day. That's why we put a lot of stuff.
June 18th.
June 18th. Okay. June 18th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
See y'all later.
Day, Bush, you have a good day. All right.
You're on mute, Aaliyah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Parties on Anita Dawson.
Ready.
Ready, Your Honor.
Number 19004557, People State of Michigan versus Anita Dawson. This matter is here for pretrial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray, appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Antonio D. Tuttles, on behalf of my client, that is Miss Anita Dawson, who is physically not present in your courtroom. However, I do ask this court to waive her physical presence, and she is present via Zoom. Ms. Dawson, can you raise your hand and identify yourself for the record?
Good morning, Anita Dawson.
All right, good morning to all parties. Ms. Dawson, you need to turn your camera on.
Okay.
Oh, we have fun.
Oh.
All right, I think the last time we were here, I don't have a file, I don't know what happened to it. There was an indication of Mr. Tuttles was going to try to work something out. Ms. McCray, what happened?
Judge, I think there was gonna be a Cobb's on this. Is that right, Mr. Tuttles?
I thought that's what we would come in and do. But,
Did you do a Cobb's memorandum, Mr. Tuttles?
I did not get that to you. Can I get that to you Friday? Can we move this to next Friday?
Next Friday is, no, we cannot move it to next Friday. Next Friday is the 28th, right? How many
Yes.
Fridays do we have? 28. 13. I mean, 13. Oh, I think it's because something else, but yes, we can move it to next Friday.
Mm-hmm. And Ms. Dawson, can you just contact my office? Well, my office, we trying to contact you.
Okay.
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 All
right. We'll contact you Monday.
Okay.
Mr. Tuttles, make sure I have the memo though by Wednesday. And
You'll
I'm
have
gonna
it
have you, my AA is out this week. So I'm gonna have to have you send it to me directly, as otherwise I may not see it. So send it to Chandra.Baker, CHANDRA.Baker, BAKER, at 3rdcc.org.
Chandra .Baker.
Yes.
Okay.
At
Okay,
3R Third Circuit Court, 3rdcc.org.
Okay, my clerk is out next week, so I'll be dealing with a substitute clerk, but we'll make it happen.
We will.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll be back on the 28th of May at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
All right, this matter's concluded.
Okay, I have one more matter before you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Dawson. You can leave.
All right, see y'all later.
Okay.
Bye, Ms.
Ready
Gully.
on Gully?
Yes, we're ready on Gully.
This is case number 1-800-9751. People State of Michigan versus Latanya Gully. This matter is here for a pretrial in case number 1-800-4697. Case number 14006672. People State of Michigan versus Latanya Gully. Those matters are here for review date. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray, appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this Honorable Court Antonio D. Tuttles on behalf of my client, that is Ms. Tanya Gully, who is not physically present in your courtroom, and we do ask the court to waive her physical presence. However, Ms. Gully is present via Zoom. Ms. Gully, can you identify yourself? Wait, hold your hand up and identify yourself for the record, please.
My name is Darren Clay.
Mr. Clay, please mute your phone. We're not doing your case.
Okay.
Okay, we're looking for Ms. Gully. Ms. Gully, can you identify yourself for the record, please?
I don't think your client's on the call, Mr. Tuttles.
I know we gave her the information, Your Honor.
You might have to give her a call.
Okay, we just moved this to the same date on Dawson, since I be here on Dawson.
That's fine. Let me ask this. Have you all, let's waive our presence for right now, okay?
Okay.
All right. People have any objection to the waiver of the defendant being here?
No, Judge.
Okay, just tell me where we are on this, as far as, is there anything trying to be worked out or what?
Yeah, Judge, there definitely is. I have been working with my docket attorney to try and determine what the, there was some question about, based off what the plea said on the file, whether, what it was. I thought it was just straight probation. I think it is, but I have to get clarification on that from my docket attorney, and I've been trying to do so. So that's where we're at.
Okay, so we should have that decided before May 28th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this over to May 28th. Make sure you get whatever it is you all decide to Mr. Tuttle so he can talk to his clients. So we can try to have a resolution on May the 28th.
Yes, absolutely. That's my goal as well.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, because these are old cases.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, anything further?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Mr.
All right.
Tuttles, make sure your client is on the call the next time.
I will. I'm not sure why she's not here yesterday. I talked to her yesterday. I talked to her this morning, so I don't know what the confusion was. Okay.
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 All right.
It's
Have a good
nice.
day, Mr. Tuttles.
Okay, you too. Everybody stay nice and hot.
No.
All right. All right.
Are parties ready on Gregory Baumgardner?
Yeah, yes.
The people are, Your Honor.
Defense is ready, Judge.
Okay.
This is case number 1-800-7308. People State of Michigan versus Gregory Baumgardner. This man is here for a pretrial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Mike Frezza, Assistant Attorney General on behalf of the people, P46949.
And good morning, Your Honor. Mike Ratta, on behalf of Mr. Baumgardner, P number 43004.
Good morning to you both.
If
Mr.
Your Honor,
Baumgardner on the call.
You should be, Judge. I just talked to him. He should be here.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Baumgardner, state your name for the record.
Greg Baumgardner.
All right, good morning, Mr. Baumgardner.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, last time we were here, there was an offer made of 2 misdemeanors, I believe it is, under MCL 752.11. 1-year misdemeanors, and there was no sentence agreement. Is that correct?
that's correct, Your Honor. And the additional term of that plea offer is that Officer Baumgardner relinquish his MCOL certification and waive his administrative appeal rights for that certification. Other than that, all terms would be determined by Your Honor.
Okay, so that was put on the record the last time. What are we doing, defense?
Well, Judge, one of the things that why we're back here today is that Your Honor asked Mr. Frezza to calculate the guidelines. And we spoke this morning. And if Mr. Baumgartner is convicted of 3 or more of the 21 felonies, the guidelines would be 7 to 23 months. So that was relayed to me by Mr. Frezza this morning. And so obviously I'm duty bound to discuss this with my client. So I need the opportunity to do that, Judge.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give-
If I may, Your Honor, additionally,
Sure.
if he's convicted of 2 felonies, the guidelines are still 5 to 23, putting him in a potential prison cell.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm clear. Are the guidelines 5 to 23 or 7 to 23?
They are, Your Honor, 7 to 23 if he's convicted of 3 or more felonies. Even at 2 felonies of the 21 felonies for which he's charged, he would get 5 to 23 months.
Okay, I'm following you now. All right, so if he's convicted of all 21 charges, it's still just 7 to 23?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so you need time to discuss this with your client. Is coming back on May 28th enough time for you?
Let me look, Judge. Apologize. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone after Wednesday of next week, Judge. I'm gone for 6 days.
Okay, so let's take it to June then.
Can you make it June 11th, Judge?
I don't know. How many matters do we have on June 11th?
I mean, it's on the trial readiness docket now, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know that. I'd have to see if that was one of the cases that were sent, but I can tell you this. Technically, if it's already gone to court administration, we're not even supposed to take a plea. So I don't know that it's on the trial readiness docket.
All right,
So
well,
at
let's
this
just,
point, I'm going to give you a date of, what's June, how many on June 23rd? June 23rd.
June 23rd on a Wednesday, that'll be fine, Judge.
Okay, and at that time, let's know what we're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
You got it.
all right,
Your Honor, that would be 9 a.m., correct?
correct.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks, Judge.
Have a great
Thank
weekend.
you, everybody. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.
You too.
Our party's ready on Mr. Lewandowski.
For
Morning, Your Honor.
Lewandowski, yes, the prosecutor's here.
Kraus, are you here for that matter?
Prosecutor McCray, David Cripps. Mr. Cripps is the defense attorney on the Lewandowski matters.
Right, but Sarah Kraus from their office is on Zoom, so I'm asking if she's.
Oh, my apologies. Let me just stay out of it.
That's okay. So she's not
Here,
responding.
here, Ms. Kraus. Okay, well, move on.
Mr. Cromer, what matter do you have?
Hey, Madam Clerk, I've got the Christian Carter matter. It's a quick motion to withdraw. Let me fix my video. Morning,
I
Judge.
don't have that case.
We don't have Christian Carter.
Are you serious?
I am very serious.
Yeah. What should I?
We can look it up and tell you when it's scheduled.
Yes, ma'am. My apologies, Judge. Thought it was. I motioned it up for today, and I sent the press P off. I assumed it was scheduled. My apologies if it wasn't.
Don't, when you have a case and you press the P, you have to call the courtroom to get an actual court date because it doesn't automatically schedule due to COVID. So the next court date in Odyssey is June the 16th.
Well, that's our final conference date, and this is a motion to withdraw. You still want me to put it out there, Fire Judge?
For your date, Judge, would you like to give next week, next Friday?
Is your client on the call?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, Judge.
Who's your prosecutor?
I think it's
Hey,
Miss
Judge.
McCray.
It's just motion.
Yes. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
All right, yes, we'll just call it. You can go ahead and then we're gonna have to get your client we're gonna have to get him a new attorney. Are you appointed or retained?
I'm retained, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead and call.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Parties on Christian Carter. This is case number 21002112. He's defendant 2, People State of Michigan versus Christian Carter. This matter is here for a motion hearing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
And good morning. Thank you, Madam Clerk. May it please this honorable court, Your Honor, Ronnie Cromer on behalf of Mr. Christian Carter, P59418.
All right, is Mr. Christian Carter on the phone?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. He is appearing by Zoom.
Mr. Christian Carter,
Yes, ma'am.
state your name for the record.
Christian Carter.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Cromer.
Thank you so kindly, and I'll be brief, Judge. Before this honorable court is a motion to withdraw as counsel. There's been a breakdown in communication between Mr. Carter and myself to the point where I don't think I can properly represent him from this point. And under the circumstance, I'm going to respectfully ask the court to be so kind as to, grant my withdrawal as counsel and allow Mr. Carter to an opportunity to obtain new counsel. But from my understanding, Judge, I don't believe he's in a position to financially retain one. And I believe he will be asking the court for an appointment under the circumstances.
All right, Mr. Carter.
Yes.
There's a breakdown between you and your attorney.
I can't hear you say that again, please.
There's been a breakdown between you and your attorney, Mr. Cromer.
Yes, just financially, I can't, financially, it's financially problems.
You don't have to put all that on it. You don't have to put
Yes.
all that, but that's fine. All right,
Yes,
so
Your
you
Honor.
need an independent attorney, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court is going to allow Mr. Cromer to withdraw. We will have to get you a new attorney by appointment. Hold on one second.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Cromer, you are free to go. Mr. Carter, you need to stay on the line because we will have to get another attorney for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. Thank you so kindly, Judge. You have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Too.
All right, are we ready on the plea? We have the plea form back.
Madam Clerk, is it possible for me to be able to check in?
Attorney Colobos, you're muted.
We're ready for the plea, Your Honor.
Who did you send the plea form to? Because we don't have it.
We sent it right back from where it was sent from.
I don't have a copy of the signed plea form.
No one has it,
Okay.
so.
All right.
And
I don't know what
prosecutor
happened.
doesn't have it, and neither do we.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but may we pass it for a moment? My secretary do it again or do it
Okay.
over. All right, thank you
just
very
use your
much.
phone. All right, go ahead.
Are parties ready on Muhammad Terry?
Ready.
Mr. Macklin, you ready?
May I check in, Madam Clerk?
What do you have, Mr. Kearney?
I have Miss Hornstein for an AOI. She's here in part of the call.
Thank you.
Can I check in on El Taraf?
Yep, I'm ready to call your case, Mr. Macklin.
All right, I'm ready to go.
This is case number 19008511, People State of Michigan versus Mohammed Tarak. This matter is here for pretrial. And here appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge, and may it please this most honorable court. Amir Macklin representing Mr. Mohammed Taraf for a pretrial, and he's present.
All right, good morning, Mr. Macklin.
Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Taraf, good morning. State your name for the record.
Good morning, Mohammed Taraf.
Okay, Madam Prosecutor, is there an offer from the people?
Yes, this was a gun board appeal. The gun board appeal did grant a reduction. The offer would be to plead guilty to count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. That's a 4-year maximum felony. The people would dismiss the remaining counts 2 through 4. The sentence agreement would be 2 years probation with the first year in the Wayne County Jail.
Okay, is that the first time you're hearing that offer?
No, they emailed me that offer, Judge, and I don't even know why they send us offers like that, to be honest. I mean,
Okay, so that being the case, I can tell from your response, that must mean Mr. Taraf is rejecting that offer. Is that correct?
yeah, that's correct.
All right, are you gonna try to speak with anybody else, Mr. Macklin, or are we preparing for trial?
I took this up to Mr. Hathaway. I guess that's the top of the food chain.
Somewhat. Okay, well, I guess that means we're proceeding to trial if there's no other offer that's gonna be made by the people. So we're gonna get you the trial readiness form.
Now, Judge, we had done a prior waiver, but that was in before the now deceased Judge Roberson. And now your court has taken over this matter. I don't mind a waiver trial with these facts before Your Honor. If the prosecution doesn't mind a waiver trial, I would proceed in that form.
The people did not consent to a waiver trial.
Well, then we'll go to a jury.
Okay. That being the case, we will send the jury trial readiness checklist to the parties for you all to complete, make sure everything's done on it. And then we will go over it and make sure everything is completed. Madam Clerk will send that out. Do you have their emails or do they need to put it in the chat? Mr. Macklin. Okay, Mr. Macklin, put your email in the chat.
Okay.
And we will get out the jury trial readiness form, and I'll give you all another date to come back. Give you time to complete the form and make sure everything that's requested on the form is done. And then once that's done, we send it to court administration for them to set us a trial date. So I'm going to give you to, today is June 21st. How many matters we have on June 25th? What about the 18th? June 18th.
June 18 is when the trial readiness form is due, Your Honor?
The trial readiness form will be due before June 18th. That's the day we're due back.
Oh, that's another pretrial.
Yes.
Okay.
Pre-trial on June 18th at 9 o'clock. And make sure the trial readiness form is emailed to the court prior to that date.
Very well.
Okay, and it'll be sent out by Madam Clerk. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
That's concluded.
Have a great day, you and your staff. Thank you.
You too.
Parties on Coleman Davis.
This is a special unit with the SAT team. So I'm gonna go on mute.
Who's the prosecutor on Coleman Davis?
My understanding is it is APA Michelle Jarzewski.
Okay. Ms. Papulis, what matter are you here for?
Hi, good morning. Yes, I'm here on the matter of Beverly Joe Sasson, and it's Ms. Kraus is here on behalf of the defendant. I've also asked the officer in charge to be in the room with us this morning, Detective Matt Greb from Dearborn. We need to adjourn the sentencing so that we can facilitate the transfer of assets pursuant to the plea and sentence agreement. So that's why I asked the detective to be here so that we could get direction from the court in terms of how to do this.
Ms. Kraus?
Yes, I am here. And Sarah Kraus appearing on,
I'm on
well,
another
appearing,
Zoom call. I'll be there in a
I didn't
few.
call the case yet, but I'm trying to find out, are you on this case?
yes, I am.
And we're ready,
Okay.
if the court's ready.
Ms. Sasson on the call.
Is your client here, Ms. Kraus?
No, we are waiving her presence for purposes of this, and Ms. Paplis is in agreement with that.
Correct. This is a housekeeping matter that needs to be addressed.
Parties on Beverly Sasson, this is case number 19005426. People State of Michigan versus Beverly Sasson. This matter is here for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Louisa Papulis here appearing on behalf of the people, P number 48971. And I also have Detective Matt Greb from Dearborn PD, who is in the room on this matter.
Okay.
Good morning, Corporal Matt Greb from Dearborn.
Corporal McGrath. Okay, good morning, Corporal. Defense?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Kraus, P81830, appearing on behalf of Beverly Sasson. I am asking that her presence be waived for purposes of the hearing this morning.
And no objection to that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, her presence will be waived. Now, we were scheduled for sentencing, but off the record, there was something, another issue brought up. And what is that?
That is correct, Your Honor. Today is the sentencing date. I know that there has been a pre-sentence report prepared. In this matter, there was a plea and sentence agreement that involves some substantial assets that are subject to forfeiture. And there is a large amount of those that are scheduled to be returned to the defendant pursuant to the plea and sentence agreement. I've been alerted by Detective Greb, Corporal Greb, who's in the room, that those funds have now been pulled into one large common account. They're ready for disbursement. And we will have Dearborn prepare a check payable to Ms. Sasson, as well as the return of some of her personal property items that were specified in attachment A. However, what we need to do in the meantime, part of the sentence agreement also required that Ms. Sasson pay restitution up front on sentencing date payable to law enforcement in this matter in the amount of $27,500. I've been in contact with defense counsel about that, and we are proposing that that amount be deducted from the assets that are to be returned to Ms. Sasson. That way we can do it in one step. And the check would take into account the amounts that she's owed with the listed, what do you call it? The interest. So we're giving her her interest back. but we would deduct from that the amounts that are owed for restitution. And that way we would just cut one check to Ms. Sasson that would be mailed to her. But we wanted direction from the court so that Dearborn understands that they have the right to do that and to deduct those restitution amounts rather than have multiple transactions in this matter. And I presented that to defense counsel. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. We can facilitate this and have it done before the actual sentencing date. So the assets are returned to her, restitution is paid, and everything's on the record, and her personal property will be ready to be picked up at Dearborn PD.
Okay, let me just go back to one other thing, because you said she owed $27,000 to Dearborn Police, but I'm looking at the PSI. It says $22,500 to Dearborn and $5,000 to the prosecutor's office.
Correct.
So
Yes, that's what I meant. To law enforcement in general. So that would include our office. That was part of the plea and sentence agreement. But what we're proposing, since she doesn't have the funds available to make that payment, that we would deduct that from the amounts that are due to be returned to her. That also include the interest. And I've provided a defense counsel with the amount of the interest that was gained on those accounts. And what she would be due back minus the deduction for the restitution. So she would get one check in one lump sum that would be mailed to whatever address we put on the record today, or some direction so Dearborn understands. So they want.
Sorry, Ms. Peckless.
Yes.
I don't feel comfortable with a check that large going through the mail. I would like for Ms. Sasson or for her daughter, Amanda Mosed, to be able to pick that up along with the property from Dearborn.
I agree. Detective Greb, can you put on the record any issues with that? Or are we able to make some arrangements? Maybe she could come outside if there's COVID issues within the department.
Yeah, the issue that we have is this is the way it has been. It's always been through the mail. I've asked, and I guess there's an issue with the number of personnel that are working in person at City Hall and through the finance department. So it would probably be a difficult task, but I could try to work on getting that done. It just hasn't been done before. And then it's especially difficult with most of our City Hall employees working remotely. So I can work on that in the next few days. But it would be probably a difficult task. And we've never had an issue as far as any kind of forfeiture or anything dispersed through the mail before.
Well, Corporal Greb, my understanding is that in Michigan, my understanding is I thought on May 24th that individuals are supposed to be returning to offices. Do you have an update on what's going on and whether in Dearborn that would be the case?
I know that there's an issue with 3 people from our finance department that have left the city recently, leaving only one person right now in charge of Treasury and Finance. And I've been trying to deal with him directly to try to accomplish this for us, but it's difficult right now to get answers in a timely manner. I am confident we can do the mail in a timely manner. The in-person, I will definitely work on, but I'll need a few days for a response for that.
Okay. All right. Well, if defense is uncomfortable with it being mailed, then that's not something that we want to do. So that being the case, but from everything else other than how she is to receive the funds, Ms. Kraus, everything else that Ms. Populous has indicated is in agreement with defense. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. Our client basically has no funds at this time to be able to pay the amount at or before sentencing. So this was the easiest way to go. It kind of cuts out the middleman. The county can take that, and the city of Dearborn can take their money right out of Ms. Sasson's funds. I would request that for personal property, it's my understanding that it is ready for pickup today. She would like to come get that today if possible.
And Detective Grab, is that available today or?
Yeah, the property is prepared to be picked up, but in order to release it, we have to have the signed court order that I can provide to my chain of command before that's released. So that's all we're requiring at this point, but it is staged and ready for her to pick up today or whenever the next day that is that we have that court order.
Okay, so Ms. Cross, are you gonna prepare an order?
I can prepare an order, yes.
Make sure you send it to Ms. Poplis so that you all can agree to what the order indicates. And then send it to the court and the court will sign it.
Understood.
Do you know when you're gonna do that?
I can probably get it done within the next half hour, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'm gonna have you send it to Madam Clerk, who's here today. You wanna give me your email?
It's Roslyn.Dawson, ROSALYN .DAWSON at 3rdcc.org.
Okay, so I need to give you all a new date for sentencing then.
That is correct. And also, Judge, just for the record, okay, she's preparing an order as it relates to the personal property, but I would also maybe write in that order that we put in the assets that are going to be returned to her as well, minus the restitution. That way, all of that is.
Whatever order she's doing, Ms. Poplis, she's got to send it to you before it comes to us anyway. So I want to make sure that both of you all are in agreement. Both of your signatures should be on it. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna give you a new date for sentencing. How many matters do we have? June 30th. June 30th.
Do you have a date sooner than that, Judge?
I can see. I thought you all needed some time to get all of this together.
Once the check is cut to our client, I mean, we can proceed at that point.
Okay, but Corporal Greb is indicating it's gonna take him a minute to try to get everything together due to people not being in the office. So, how many matters do we have on June 25th? June 23rd. Okay, June 23rd at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Judge. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
You too.
Your Honor, good morning. I apologize for interrupting. This is Woodyard. I'm representing Mr. Ebanks, and he's in the TCF hearings #1. I'm going to ask to be put in a breakout room, and I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Okay, I can put you in a breakout room. Hold on one second.
Thank you.
Okay, that's Mr. Ebanks and Mr. Woodyard. Is Mr. Ebanks' phone under his name?
He's on the TCF. He's at a facility, MDLC.
Oh, okay. Should be getting an invite. Okay.
Parties on Andrew Allward, recalling case number 21000632. People State of Michigan versus Andrew Allward. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCrae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Your Honor, Bill Colobus on behalf of the defendant, P38434.
All right, and Mr. Alward, state your name for the record.
Andrew Alward.
All right, I understand that defendant is going to take advantage of the court's cons, which was 2 years probation with 30 days in the Wayne County Jail, continued treatment at Apex Behavior Health, as well as Alcoholics Anonymous. Is that correct? Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor. That's true.
All right.
Yes.
And you had an opportunity to discuss the court's cons with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Alward, raise your right hand. Please swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth.
Yes, Your Honor, it will be.
All right, and how old are you, Mr. Alward?
I am 47.
How far did you go in school?
I attended some college.
Okay, and are you a United States citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you read and write the English language?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
And you understand what's happening here today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And I have at the bottom of this form, which is titled Settlement Offer Advice and Rights Notice of Acceptance, I have a signature at the bottom, your attorney's signature. And did you sign this form as well on the bottom?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. And are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, and you understand that the original charges, well, you are pleading this charge, so. But you are pleading to operating with IBAC, which is max 180 days, but it's a third offense notice felony, which makes it 5 years. And there was originally the people indicated the guidelines were 0 to 9, but defense requested a cause from this court, which the court has provided, and the defendant has decided to take advantage of that. Understanding that you decided to enter into a plea agreement pursuant to the court's cause, I need to inform you that this is what the court plans to do. However, if the court receives a pre-sentence investigation report and determines that it is not able to follow its cause, you have the right to withdraw your plea. You understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. You are giving up certain rights by taking a plea here today. You're giving up the right to be tried by jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have the witnesses against you appear at trial, to question the witnesses against you, to have the court order any witnesses you have for the defense to appear at trial, to remain silent during the trial, to not have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you wanted to do so. You understand you're giving up all those rights?
I do, Your Honor.
If your plea is accepted, you will be giving up any claim that the plea was the result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court at the plea proceeding, or that it was not your own choice to enter a plea. Do you understand you're giving up that right?
I do, Your Honor.
If your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial. And any appeal from your conviction and sentence will be by application for leave and not by right. So what that means is if you had gone to trial and were found guilty, the Court of Appeals automatically has to review the circumstances surrounding your guilty conviction. However, since you've taken a plea, you can only ask the Court of Appeals to look at the circumstances surrounding your plea and conviction, and it's up to them whether they want to do that. So you understand you're giving up that automatic right of review?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Has anyone threatened you or coerced you in any way to get you to plead guilty today?
No, they have not, Your Honor.
And other than the plea agreement, has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, they have not, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
And are you on probation or parole to this court or any other court?
No, I am not, Your Honor.
All right, and knowing and understanding all the rights that we went over earlier, is it still your wish to give up those rights and to plead guilty?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, Madam Prosecutor.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Andrew Jacob Alward, I want to bring you back to the date of July 31st, 2020. On that date, did you find yourself on West Jefferson Avenue near South Gibraltar Road in the city of Gibraltar, County of Wayne?
Yes, I did, Judge.
Okay. And at that location, did you operate a motor vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you do so by driving that vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And were you driving that vehicle on a highway?
If by highway you mean not a freeway, then yes.
Okay. Were you operating your vehicle on a road that is open to the public?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you do so while you were under the influence of alcohol?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And brother counsel, will you stipulate that his alcohol content was 0.17 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Allward, last question. Have you twice been convicted of operating impaired?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Okay. And this would mark your third OWI type of offense, right?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Judge, I'm satisfied. Thank you.
We're satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, has the court complied with Court Rule 6.302?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
The defendant will be referred to probation department for a pre-sentence report. You need to contact probation. I'll give you the number. It is 313-456-4600. All right, anything further from the parties?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor, as to a sentencing date, that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry, when's the sentencing, Ms. Manford?
June 23rd.
June 23rd,
Just
9
if
o'clock.
I, that's perfect, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This matter is concluded. Have a good day.
You have a good weekend, Judge. Take care.
You too.
All right, Judge, PSI for Mr. Hogan.
I do not. I have a PSI for Mr. Ebanks. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. I do have a PSI for Ms. Hogan. I do. I have it.
Okay, Ms. Barnwell does not, so we're gonna have to see if they can send it to her.
All right, Ms. Shawn,
Yes, Judge.
can you send the pre-sentence report to Ms. Barnwell on a Mr. Brandon Hogan?
I did said that.
I did. That was an early, I sent
Oh.
that in the chat earlier, but I have it. I went over it with my client.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Eyes on Coleman Davis.
And good morning, Your Honor. I'm the APA on Mr. Coleman Davis.
Okay, good morning, Ms. McIntyre.
Good morning,
Are
Your
you
Honor.
ready, Mr. Parker?
Where is Mr. Parker? Mr. Parker, are you ready?
You say Mr. Carter? Can you hear me?
Parker.
Hello?
P as in Paul. Are you ready, Mr. Parker?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
I see Ms. McIntyre now.
Hello?
Case number 21000834, People State of Michigan versus Coleman Davis. This matter is here for final conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Abigail McIntyre, appearing on behalf of the people, P71143.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Coleman Davis, P53832.
Davis, are you on the call?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Coleman Davis.
All right, good morning, Mr. Davis. Okay, what are we doing? I have in my notes that there was an offer given, and then I have a note about trial readiness form. So what are we doing?
Your Honor, I emailed the trial readiness form to the court, I believe, on Wednesday.
Which
So
email
we are
did you send?
to the Judge Baker court,
Can you pull that up? Oh,
along with the
anybody else?
proposed jury instructions.
You know what? The problem is my AA is out and I do not have it. So We're gonna have to give you a new date.
Okay.
June 23rd. Okay.
All right.
Sorry
Thank
about
you. Have a
that.
good weekend.
You too.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Very good. Your Honor,
Mr.
Yeah.
Parker, what else do you have?
I have Benita Johnson. And again, this is another trial readiness situation. But we've already filled out the forms. We've done it with Judge Boykin, I believe.
Well,
So I did email the court. You just informed us that the JA was out, has been out. And what I did, I requested an adjournment. So just want me to talk about it on the 23rd of June. And that'll be for Benita Johnson. But again,
Yeah.
we've gone through the trial readiness checklist with Judge Boykin.
Okay. Well, let me see. There is a list because we found out that some cases that people thought went to trial readiness did not go.
Okay.
And we had a list. However, I'm a little at a loss without my AA.
That's fine. We could just do it on the 23rd and you could just have whoever the person's going to be working with you just either do it or not do it or contact me.
I'm trying to see if I have a list of the cases I went to. Thought I did, but I don't see it. All right, let's just adjourn it. Adjourn it to June 23rd.
Very good. Not get in touch with your
Is
JA.
Ms. Johnson on this call?
No, I didn't. I've been in contact with her
Okay.
and I still am.
All right. All right. So long as you're still in contact with them. Okay.
It's a
June
simple
23rd.
CCW case, Your Honor.
Okay. Then you don't, we don't need to call that. I just gave you a different date.
That'll be fine. Have a good day.
You too. All right.
Parties on Hussein side.
Peace. Ready, Your Honor.
Ready.
This is case number 20005060. People State of Michigan versus Hussein Saad. This matter is here for pre-trial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. J. Grant Miller, P58658, on behalf of Hussein Saad, who appears via Zoom as iPhone. Mr. Saad, can you stop walking and state your name for the record?
Hussein Saad.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Saad, and good morning, Mr. Miller. I have that there was a plea put on the record the last time we were here to an attempt count 1 and 2 years probation, no restitution. Is that still the plea offer?
Yes, Judge, that is the plea offer.
Okay. Defense?
Your Honor, my client wants to withdraw his plea and go to trial.
Withdraw his plea. He didn't give a plea.
I apologize, Your Honor. He does not want to avail himself of the plea offer from the people and wants to go to trial.
Okay. All right. That being the case, we will send you the trial readiness form. And put your email in the chat, Mr. Miller, so that Madam Clerk has your email address. And I'm gonna put a note in here that defendant is rejecting the offer. Mr. Saad, you are rejecting this offer, is that correct?
Yes, and my father is in the Zoom call to give a statement about why I'm rejecting it. We resolved it out of court.
No, the court is not hearing from your father, Mr. Saad. Madam Prosecutor, just put the offer on the record again and also indicate to Mr. Saad what he will be facing if he's not, if he doesn't prevail at trial, please.
Of course, Judge. The offer is not to attempt uttering and publishing. That is a 14-year maximum felony if convicted. His guidelines are, and just one moment, Judge, I'm sorry, I thought this was going to like drug court and a bunch of other things that are now not relevant, but let me just make sure that I have this correctly.
The guidelines that I have that are from probation are 0 to 9.
Yeah, I think that's correct, Judge. There's no, it would have been probation is my understanding.
Okay. All right, and all right, and so he's rejecting that offer of 2 years probation, no restitution, I believe is what was here. Is that correct, Ms. McCray?
Yes, Judge. And then also if we could just put on the record that he's rejecting that he wants to go to drug court, because I know there was a whole issue about that. So I want to make sure that's clear for the record.
Your Honor, this matter is currently set for a final conference on the 4th of June. I would ask the court if you'd be willing to allow me that time to try and talk to my client and let him understand all the effects of what could happen to him if he goes to trial, and to maybe reconsider the generous offer from the people, especially as it relates to drug court.
All right, you said it was already scheduled for drug court?
It's already,
I'm sorry, for final conference on June 4th?
on Odyssey, it has June 4th. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. We can keep that date.
Thank you, Your
So
Honor.
I will hold off on sending the trial readiness form for now. I'll see everybody back on June 4th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
All right. Have a nice day, Your Honor.
Inside, you can hang up.
Thank you. Bye.
Stay safe and healthy, everyone.
You too. All right.
Parties on Brandon Hogan.
Ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
21001343. The state of Michigan versus Brandon Hogan. This matter is here for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wendy Barnwell, P42505, on behalf of Mr. Brandon Hogan, who is present on the Zoom.
All right, and Mr. Hogan, state your name for the record.
I'm Brandon Hogan.
All right, good morning, Mr. Hogan. Good morning, Ms. Barnwell.
Morning.
All right, this is the date and time set for sentencing in this matter. Mr. Hogan, do you consent to be sentenced over Zoom?
Yes.
All right. It appears that Mr. Hogan pled as charged as carrying a concealed weapon, 5-year max. The only agreement was that people consent to HIDA and a term of probation, and any other terms and costs that would be set by the court. So, did the parties have an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any additions, corrections, or deletions to the body of the report, Ms. Barnwell?
My client did not point out any factual inaccuracies to me, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. McCray, any additions, corrections, or deletions?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hogan, you had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report with your attorney.
Yes.
Is everything stated in the report true and accurate?
Yes.
All right, as to guidelines.
Your Honor, his guidelines are correctly scored 0 to 3. He has no prior record in any way. No juvenile, no misdemeanor, no felony record.
All right, Ms. McCray, you agree with the guidelines?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. on one second. Okay. Ms. McCray, anything you'd like to say on behalf of the people prior to me imposing a sentence?
Just that the people consented to HIDA and it's accurately reflected on the pre-sentence investigation report. And that's it, Your Honor.
All right, defense, anything you'd like to say on behalf
Friend,
of your client?
I would respectfully request that you sentence my client to HITA. He is a perfect candidate for it. Your Honor, there's a recommendation for 2 years probation, but my client is requesting a more abbreviated period of 1 year. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hogan, anything that you would like to say to the court prior to imposing sentence?
No,
All right, Mr. Hogan, are you working?
not as of right now.
Were you working?
Not recently because I had the COVID. So
Okay, all right. Okay, the court is going to sentence you to 18 months probation. You can go to telephone reporting after 6 months if in compliance. And you must forfeit the weapon to the arresting agency. I don't know why they didn't have that on here. You must, what it has on here, comply with the requirements of drug testing. Do we have any indication that Mr. Hogan has issues with narcotics?
There is none, and it's stated in the report.
All right.
Yeah, so Judge, I agree with that. Just on page, what is it? When they interviewed him, it said no, and under evaluation and plan, page 2, they said emphasis while on probation should be placed on substance abuse. I did circle that, so I'm fine with striking that and taking that out.
Okay, so the court is going to strike number 1, which is comply with the requirements of drug testing. Number 2 is you must participate in an adult education or GED program as directed by the field agent. And I'm going to end and complete that program, Mr. Hogan, okay?
okay.
Either complete it, well, at 22, I'm sure you're not going back to school. So yes, you need to complete a GED program. It makes you more marketable. It will only help you in the future. You must enroll in and continue in educational vocational training as directed by field agents. So once you get your GED, you can do vocational training. I'm not requiring that you go beyond that, but you need to do something, educational or vocational training. You must make genuine efforts to find and maintain legitimate employment of a minimum of 30 hours per week unless engaged in an alternative program. There are plenty of jobs out there right now. They don't even have enough workers, so you can find a job. And you must provide ongoing verification of employment of an alternative program to the field agent. You shall not give reason to be terminated or voluntarily terminate your employment or alternative program unless you first obtain written permission from the field agent. Mr. Hogan, I am also, you have 1 child, is that correct?
Yes.
I am also going to require under probation that you go to a program. Do you have a pencil or pen?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan, I need you to turn your camera on. I need you to write this down, because this will be a part of your probation.
Okay.
All right, you have to contact a program called, the acronym is FARM, F as in Mary, ARM, FARM. It stands for Family Assistance for Renaissance Men. These are services they help with education and skill building training, housing issues, father and child relationship building, and mentoring, a whole bunch of other things. So you are to contact that program. Their next session begins July the 17th, 2021. So you can contact them because you have to be interviewed in order to become a part of their session. Okay?
Okay.
So what I'm also gonna tell you is your probation is for 18 months. If you complete your GED and your farm program and do what it is that you're required to do and don't have any other criminal contact, you are eligible to come off probation early, 9 months, halfway through. You can contact the court or may get contacted by the probation department. Understand, Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
All right, so it's to your benefit to get these things done so that you can get off probation. You have $68 state costs, $130 for crime victims assessment. Your supervision fee is $720. Can I waive the supervision fee? Okay, so that's incorrect. Your supervision fee should be $30 a month. And then court costs they have on here at 600. Fine, that's 600. Isn't it usually 1,300?
Yes.
All right, it's normally 1,300. I don't know why they have 600, but I'm gonna waive that anyway, since I know you're not working right now. And I'm also waive your attorney fees, which is $400. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Could you go over the program one more time?
I'm sorry, can you say that again, Mr. Hogan?
The program you were telling me about, the arm on the
The
area.
farm is farm. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give you the number. The number is 313-717-2882. I'll give you their email address too, and you can look it up. It's www.farm, F-A-R-M, F as in Frank, A as in Mary, R as in Richard, M as in Mary, dash mi.org. FARM stands for Family Assistance for Renaissance Men. Okay?
Okay.
All right. It's my duty to advise you that you have a right to request. Oh, wait a minute. Are you under HIDA? You're under HIDA, so you don't need appellate rights. Mr. Hogan, take advantage of what's been given to you, because once you get through this, your case will be dismissed and you won't have a criminal record, and that's something you don't want. Okay?
Okay.
All righty.
does he have to call probation?
Yes. Probation number is 313-456-4600. You need to call probation when you hang up from this call, okay?
Okay.
I'm giving you a 6-month review date too, because I want to see what you're doing in 6 months. Give me a 6-month review date. November 19th at 9 a.m.
And that's presumably by Zoom too, right, Judge?
Right now it is, yes. And Mr. Hogan, when you contact the farm program, tell them you were ordered to contact them by this court.
Okay.
All right, we're concluded.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
We can zoom out Mr. Hogan.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Jeremy Bowie from the Perkins Law Group. We're ready on Raymond Parker Jr. whenever the court's ready.
Okay.
Parties on Eddie Ebanks.
Ready.
You're still here. This is case number 19004965, People State of Michigan versus Eddie Ebanks. This matter is here for a violation hearing. Appearances, please.
Lori Schoen, Department of Corrections.
Judge, good morning to you and your staff. Michael Woodyard, P64612. I'm appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Ebanks. He joins us on the screen from the tile marked TCF hearings. Mr. Ebanks, are you able to unmute that microphone, sir? There he is. Say your name, Mr. Ebanks.
Eddie Marlowe Ebanks.
All right, good morning, Mr. Ebanks. All right, what
Good
are we
morning.
doing? Are we doing the sentencing on Mr. Ebanks?
No,
You're on, Mr. Ebanks. Let me handle this, okay, my man? Judge, we are here for a review, actually. We were here once before, and you said that we had to come back. Mr. Ebanks was going to report that he had no further tickets and that hopefully we can get him discharged at this time.
Oh, okay, Ms. Schoen?
Yeah, Judge, we were before you on 312. And Mr. Ebanks, is there a representative with you?
Yeah, my PC.
Yes, that's who, if we can get a statement regarding if you've remained misconduct free.
Yeah, sure.
Where
How you
is
doing,
the
Your Honor?
PC?
I'm sorry, you can't see me on the video. How you doing? Prison Counselor Jeremy Anderson. Mr. Ebanks, in the last couple of months has actually made a 180 degree change. I'm very surprised with the change that he's made. No major misconducts. So he's been doing very well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Very, very glad to hear that.
Your Honor, if you'll recall, it's quite a change. He came into you last time on March 12th with something like 50 or 56 tickets, and you told him, anything more, and you're going to revoke HIDA. Judge, our hope is that you can conclude this matter. Mr. Ebanks will have served 2 years on June 2nd. Would the court consider simply closing this matter today?
Yes. Ms. Schoen, do you have any objection?
There's no objections, Judge.
The court will close it. I'm very happy that you took my words to heart, Mr. Ebanks, because I did not want to see you have this record. You have an opportunity to do something else with your life, and this record would have been an issue, a huge issue for you. So I'm very glad that you listened to the court.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. So that is closed. So now what are we doing?
That's it.
Your Honor, I
Yes,
believe
it's
that's it.
closed under HIDA.
It's closed under HIDA. Yeah, I think Mr. Ebanks is going to get processed out of the Thumb Correctional facility here as quickly as they're able.
Okay. Mr. Ebanks, tell me what's your plan when you get out there. What are you gonna do? Do you have your high school diploma?
No, I mean I'm in this program called PCS, Personal Care Service. They're gonna help me get a job and like finish school and all that, and probation. Like it's basically like a facility, not a facility, but it's like a placement or something that help you stay out of trouble and all that other stuff.
Okay. Well, Mr. Ebanks, I hope you do stay out of trouble. I don't want to see you back. I really, really don't.
I appreciate it.
All right, it's enough young men where you are. We don't need any more. So good luck to you. All right, and make sure you surround yourself with people doing positive things, not people trying to go to prison. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything else we need to do on this? All right, this matter's concluded.
Judge, thank you. Mr. Ebanks, say thanks to the judge.
Thank you, Judge Becker.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Thank
Judge.
me by staying out of trouble.
All right. I have.
All right.
Just say thanks and hang up.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Mr. Nineheist, are you the attorney on Christian Carter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we're gonna recall this case.
Okay.
Recalling case number 21002112, defendant 2, People State of Michigan versus Christian Carter. This matter was here for a motion hearing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patrick Nineheis, P76343 on behalf of Mr. Carter, and I just got appointed to him probably 25 minutes ago.
All right, Mr. Carter. Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you turn
Yes,
your
Your
camera
Honor.
on so you're...
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Judge.
All right, Mr. Carter, this is your new attorney.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing well.
So what we're gonna do, wait, you have a phone? No. All right, wait a minute, what I do again? What you need to do, Mr. Carter, is put your number in the chat, and Mr. Nineheis, put your number in the chat so that you all can reach each other.
How do I get to the chat, Your Honor?
What kind of device are you on? Just your phone?
Yes.
All right, do you see anything at the bottom that says chat? Like if you put your finger down there or anything?
Or if there's a dot, if you see the dots that say more, 3 dots and then more,
Yes.
press that.
Okay.
A new
Chat.
menu will pop up, then press chat.
Okay. I'm on chat.
And then I just sent you my number.
Okay, I got you. I'm about to send your number a text from my phone.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then, Judge, I guess I'm going to ask for another pretrial date and ask Ms. McCray to send me the discovery.
Okay, 6/16 is the date it was already scheduled for.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, at what time, Judge?
9 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see everybody back on June 16th.
Okay, Mr. Carter, you haven't texted me your Zoom number or your phone number yet.
I'm doing it right now as we speak.
Okay.
Okay, that matter's concluded. The court is out of it. You all are free to go.
Excuse me, Judge, this is shown. Do we have house counsel for our violators?
I don't know. Do we have house counsel on this call? Doesn't look like we do. I guess we're gonna have to call.
Judge, this is Blaze Kearney from Ms. Hornstein. We have an AOI. I have to leave at 11 for another engagement.
All right, we'll call it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You can hang up now, Mr. Carter.
Okay.
Parties on Stephanie Hornstein. This is case number 21002860. State of Michigan versus Stephanie Hornstein. This matter is here for arraignment on the information. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
I'm Blaze Kearney from the Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit, P83960, on behalf of Ms. Hornstein, who's joining us over Zoom.
Ms. Hornstein, state your name for the record. Ms. Hornstein.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can now. State your name for the record.
Stephanie Arlette Hornstein, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Okay. You waive formal reading and stand mute?
We have formal reading, Judge, and we would enter a plea of not guilty to the charges and the information.
All right, the court will enter a plea of not guilty with respect to Ms. Hornstein. Is there an offer from the people?
Yes, Judge. The offer on this case would be to plead guilty to the reduced count of attempt controlled substance possession less than 25 grams. That is a felony. The attempt makes it a 2-year maximum felony. The sentence agreement would be for 2 years probation. I do just want to note that that does not include anything with the pending carjacking case.
All right, defense, is that your first time hearing the offer?
I saw it via email earlier this morning. My request today would be to put this over to next Friday, where Ms. Hornstein's other case is already scheduled for a pretrial hearing. And I would also ask if the court is willing to remove the tether condition for Ms. Hornstein today.
Okay, she has a pretrial on another case scheduled for when?
Next Friday.
All right, so we'll put this over till next Friday, which is the 28th. Okay. All right, this will be put over to the 28th.
Understood.
What's your other issue?
Ms. Hornstein has been released prior to her charge in this case since late July of 2020, and she's had a GPS tether on her for that entire time. She has been enrolled in the 36th District Court Drug Treatment Program. Also at that time, she has completed the Christian Guidance Center, she has completed Naomi's Nest, and she has completed transitional housing. And she's at, I think her final, was today the final date for drug court today, Ms. Hornstein, so she graduated from drug court today. I've been in contact with her drug court probation officer, Miss Tosi Cleveland, during the entirety of the time. I think she's in a place where there's been no allegation that she's violated her GPS tether conditions in almost, we're on 10 months now that she's been on a GPS tether. So I'd ask the court to consider removing that as a condition of her bond. I would note for the court that the Vera Institute of Justice, which was commissioned to do a report on this count by this court on the county's pretrial conditions, procedures, and practices, one of their main recommendations was that they believe that the tether program was being grossly overused because it wasn't related to it is not strongly associated with good pretrial outcomes, and in fact it costs money and has more errors than actually catches people doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So for those reasons and Ms. Hornstein's compliance and success, I think it would be appropriate to sort of reward the success that she's had.
Prosecution?
Yeah, so I think the tether is not for this case, if I'm correct. It's on the carjacking case. Is that?
It's in both.
Okay. Well, I would prefer to defer to the special prosecutor assigned to the carjacking case. And since we're going to be back next Friday, I would prefer that they speak to that.
Okay, we'll deal with it next Friday.
Understood. Thank you, Judge. Is it understood? I'll address it next Friday.
Okay. This matter is concluded for now.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. See
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
You too. All right.
Parties on Lewandowski.
Ready.
Ready.
This is case number 19003585, case number 19003586, case number 19003587, and case number 19003588. People State of Michigan versus Zygmunt Lewandowski. All matters are here for a pretrial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCrae appearing on behalf of the people. P number 83698.
Hey, good morning, Judge. David Cripps, P 34972, appearing on behalf of Mr. Lewandowski. We have no objection to proceeding by Zoom today.
All right, Mr. Lewandowski, where are you?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm right here. Zbigniew Lewandowski.
State your name for the record, Mr. Lewandowski.
Zbigniew Lewandowski.
All right. What are we doing on this case?
This case has been kind of in the wings, awaiting an in-court evidentiary regarding entrapment. However, I would like to reach a settlement on this case. I think it's going to take me sitting down with Mr. Cobb, Bradley Cobb, and convincing him about the regarding the felony firearm count.
Okay, all right, so we are waiting for a scheduled evidentiary hearing, correct?
Correct.
All right, and you will still want to talk to Mr. Cobb?
Oh, yes, I'd like to try to settle this.
Okay, all right, then I guess we just got to give it a new date since, we never know when I know I did receive an email about another case coming up, and I'm not sure the defendant's name for an in-person. So let me give you, today is May 21st. How many minutes on July 2nd? All right, it will be July the 2nd. Will you be in town, Mr. Cripps?
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
Will you,
If you'll
Mr.
be,
Gray?
if you're here, I'm here.
Sure, that's what they all say. Try to flatter me. All right, Ms. McCray, are you here on the 2nd?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, it'll be July 2nd at 9. I did receive an email. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check and make sure it's not this case.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
I got a call from.
What case do you have?
I got a call from the 9th floor indicating that you needed someone to serve as house counsel because you have violators.
Oh, yes, that is true. Okay. Right. Okay, that email was not about this case. I don't have a date yet, so we'll stick with July 2nd.
Thank you, Judge.
And Judge, is that a
Hopefully
review date?
Pardon me?
Is that a review date?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully you will have gotten a hold of Mr. Cobb by that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. Matters concluded. Mr. Lewandowski, have a good day.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.
Have a good weekend, Judge. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Parties on Raymond Parker.
Ready, Your Honor.
This is case number 190086662, People State of Michigan versus Raymond Parker. This matter is here for pretrial. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, number 83698.
Jeremy Bowie, PH 0657 on behalf of Mr. Raymond Parker Jr. Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning. And Mr. Parker, are you on the call?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Parker.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. So the last thing I had was there was a preliminary exam scheduled on another case on May the 7th. And so we set this matter. What happened with the other case?
Your Honor, that case has been dismissed without prejudice. And so we submitted another deviation letter and we're just awaiting the disposition on that. So we're asking to set out another date so we can finalize that and take our next step.
Okay, the other case that was dismissed, a preliminary exam, was that another CC? Was that a CCW?
No.
No, Your Honor,
Okay.
that was, nope.
Okay. Who was the judge?
Judge Jones.
Okay. All righty, we need another date. Your letter's already submitted with the prosecution office?
Yes, Your Honor.
When was that submitted? I don't have any recollection of that.
I will forward you the email.
Okay, perfect. I'll just make sure the file gets to where it needs to go.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I do have a trial readiness checklist, but we're not doing that right now. We're gonna see if we can resolve it, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. New date will be June 30th.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Parker, your matter is
Yes.
concluded. Your matter is concluded, Mr. Parker. Have a good day.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, take care, Your Honor. Thank you, everyone.
You too.
Parties on all to mommy.
Ready, Your Honor.
Ready, Judge.
I think Mr.
Number,
Oh, yeah, he's here. Okay.
this is case number 19008351, defendant 2, People State of Michigan versus Mohammed Al-Tamami. This matter is here for pretrial appearances, please.
Good morning, Ralph Elizondo, P 41463, on behalf of the people.
Good
And
morning,
you
Mr.
good,
Alzado.
and good morning, Your Honor. Marshall Goldberg on behalf of Mr. El Tamimi, P number 35788. He is present also on Zoom.
Good morning, Mr. Goldberg. Mr. Altamini, please state your name for the record.
Mohammed Al-Tamimi.
Okay, the last time we were here, I have plea, working on a plea. Do we have a plea now?
Your Honor, there was an amended plea sent to me that was better than the previous one by Mr. Elizondo. I sat down with my client and his father, since my client is rather youthful. I went over the details of it. He has not accepted the plea. I suppose we need to set this for trial readiness. Meanwhile, there's one other responsibility I suppose I have on behalf of Mr. Altamini that I'm going to pursue, which might change his position on things, it might not.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, what is the plea offer now?
Your Honor, the offer was in exchange for a plea to count 3, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, a 10-year felony. The people would dismiss counts 1, 2, 4, and 5 on the information. There would have been a sentence agreement, and the sentence agreement would be 36 months to 10 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. And that was the extent of the offer.
Okay. And that, Mr. Altamini, you discussed that offer with your attorney, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are rejecting the offer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Elizondo, if Mr. Altamini goes to trial and is not successful, what are his guidelines?
Your Honor, I have him scored as a D2, and it would be on the A grid for the carjacking case. I score them at 81 months to 135 months. That is 6.75 years to 11.25 years. So my offer was about 3 years under that guideline scoring.
Okay, and defense, you are aware that that offer was 3 years under what it would be if he goes to trial and loses, correct?
That is correct, and we had the conversation.
All right, well, then that being the case, I guess you all need a trial readiness form. So we'll get that out to you today. Please put your email in the chat or Madam Clerk so she can send you a trial readiness form.
I will do that.
Okay. I believe, anything else from the parties?
No, Judge.
Your Honor, do we need to schedule a date certain to return after the form is submitted?
Yes, I am going to give you a new date.
Okay.
That date is going to be July 2nd.
I can do that.
I'm glad you can, Mr. Goldberg. Does that work for your schedule, Mr. Elizondo?
It does, Judge.
All right, we'll see everybody on July 2nd at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome.
Mr.
Have a good
Altamimi,
weekend.
you can sign out.
All righty, we're coming into the home stretch.
Ms. White might need to speak to probation and compliance as well.
Okay, who's the probation lady? We have,
We have Darren Clay that's on here. Donald Watkins is also. Somebody's on a Galaxy 820.
okay, all right, the probation violators we have are Mr. Clay, Miss Wade, what are you here for? Who's on the phone of Anderson Wade? You're
Yes.
muted, ma'am. You're muted. You have to unmute your device.
Do you have Donald Watkins for probation violation today?
Yes, we do. And Mr. Watkins, Miss Watt, do you want to go in the breakout room with the client?
Yes,
Ms. Watt?
Your Honor. I don't have any warrants yet, so I did put my email address in the chat so that I could get the warrants for any violators so that I could discuss the allegations with them.
I'm sorry, I sent them to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let me see. Oh, yes, no, yes, I do have them. So yes, I'm ready to go into the breakout room. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll send you in there with Mr. Clay first.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Clay, accept the invitation. Miss Anderson Wade, ma'am in the red.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, what are you all here for?
We're here with the Richard Green case. We're the parents. I'm the parent of Brian Wade, the deceased.
Okay, what are we doing? We haven't, Richard Green, we haven't called that.
No, and nor has an attorney appeared, so I don't know.
We got a number for Elliot Allen.
I have to look it up, Judge.
Okay, all right, we have not, an attorney has not appeared, nor do we have a client. So our court is gonna have to call them, find out what's going on. But you are not supposed to be in here. This is for parties only. You have to go back out and go to live stream for my court. You're supposed to be on YouTube.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, okay. All right, the court is gonna take a brief break.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Let me pull up. I'm Miss Watt. I'm going to be your attorney on your probation violation.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to go over the allegations that you violated the term of her probation as follows. On a previous police run on 2/19/21 regarding a person with a weapon, officers spoke with Mr. Wilson, who stated the offender, Mr. Donald Watkins, threatened him with a crowbar. Officers spoke with Mr. Watson, who stated that Mr. Wilson had come into his apartment last week with a knife and was arrested, but nothing had happened between the two of them today. No crowbar was seen in Mr. Watkins' possession and no damages or injuries had occurred. Both parties were advised to stay away from each other. On the police run regarding felonious assault, per radio notes, information stated the two men were fighting at the location, one with a crowbar, one with a knife. 2/19/21, the offender was arrested by Detroit police due to new criminal behavior, home invasion first. Upon officers' arrival, I'm
Excuse me, Ms.
sorry.
Watt, can you wait to be in the breakout room for
I
that
thought I was
information?
in one. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
didn't realize
yeah.
I wasn't in one.
No, 1 second. Thank you.
Okay. I just saw him up on the screen, so I thought I was in the takeout room. Sorry.
No problem.
Ms. Watt, who are you trying to have a breakout room with?
Mr. Watkins. Thank you.
Okay, give it a few more seconds for them to close. We'll start a new breakout room.
To a breakout room. All right, you got the remote up there. Okay, so all we have left is who's on Galaxy A as an Apple 20?
Returning all the files.
Mr. Clay, you cannot smoke.
Okay, I put it out. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought okay.
No. Okay. Who is on Galaxy A as an Apple 20? Madam? Miss? Hello? Well, she can't be the person before the lady was that wasn't a female, that was a male. Was it green? Okay, so she can't be green, Richard Green. So that being the case, I don't know who she could be, because everybody else has been here. So that being the case, I'm not gonna move.
Shut up.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, sure. Okay, do we have the warrants on these, other people? Watkins and Clay? Thank you. And call Claiborne.
She out of the Zoom?
Mm-hmm. Ms. Watt?
Yes.
Yeah, she's right there. She's on.
Ms. Rock, are you ready on Clay?
Ready?
I'm doing a sentencing right now. I'm almost done.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Who is APA Rhonda? Good morning, Miss Haydar.
Good morning, Judge Baker. I'm here to check in to see about the Richard Green case.
Yes, we just got through talking to the attorney. It seems that, well, what did he tell you, Madam Clerk?
He did not know this matter was up today. He didn't receive notice.
Okay, neither did we, so that's consistent.
Okay, so it's rescheduled for May the 28th, Friday.
Okay, and it's up for a pretrial, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Who was, can you tell me who the defense attorney was? I'm sorry.
His name is Elliot Allen.
Elliot Allen. Okay, that's who's on Odyssey. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm
for
back,
checking in.
Your Honor.
Okay. We can call her.
Parties on Darren Clay. This is case number 20000377. People State of Michigan versus Darren Clay. This matter's here for a show cause hearing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Lori Schoen, Department of Corrections.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cora Watt appearing on behalf of Mr. Clay. Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Clay regarding the allegations contained in the show cause. Mr. Clay has indicated that the allegations are true. He does have a pending misdemeanor matter for which he has an upcoming court date.
Okay, Mr. Clay, state your name for the record.
Darren Clay.
Okay, it appears as if Mr. Clay might have a substance abuse issue. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what are you doing for that right now, Mr. Clay?
I'm attending an outpatient program. I go twice a week.
Where?
Detroit Recovery Project.
And where is that located?
I'm going to the west side location on West Grand Boulevard.
Okay. Boulevard. And you say you go twice a week?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Schoen?
Judge, with Mr. Clay, we would ask that his probation be continued to term which is 9/23/22, and that a next positive will result in residential treatment.
All right, the court will go along with that. Ms. Watt, do you have any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, because Mr. Clay, I think you may need some help. So hopefully you won't have a positive result. But if you do, you're gonna have to go into inpatient, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, anything further?
Nothing further,
No.
Your Honor.
All right, it'll be continued.
All
You may
right,
go,
thank you.
Mr. Clay.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who is on Galaxy A20? Ma'am? We can't hear you. Excuse me, ma'am, who's doing, looks like you're doing your hair. Excuse, who is that on Galaxy A20? All right, let's go. Mr. Clay, you are concluded. You can sign off. All right, Watkins.
Parties on Donald Watkins. This is case number 1-800-2773. People State of Michigan versus Donald Watkins. This matter is here for arraignment on the violation of probation. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Lori Schoen, Department of Corrections.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Coral Watt appearing on behalf of Mr. Watkins. I've had an opportunity to go over the allegations contained in the warrant with Mr. Watkins. And the allegation, Your Honor, is that he has a new case, which he does. And I'm asking if the court would track this probation violation. He has an upcoming date for a home invasion first.
Okay, Mr. Watkins, state your name for the record.
Donald James Watkins.
Turn your camera on, Mr. Watkins.
Yes, ma'am.
And sit up, Mr. Watkins, you're in court. Irrespective of the fact that you're on Zoom, you are in court.
Okay.
All right, we will track it. When is the next date for the other case?
May 28th, 2021 for an exam, Judge.
Is that in 36?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get a date after that when we assume if it's found over, it should be here. Let's do June the 30th.
June the 30th, Your Honor.
Yes,
Will that be at 9 o'clock
yes,
and on your personal docket?
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. What was the bond that he was given when he was out?
I show $5,000 personal bond out of the 36th district.
Oh, okay. All right. 5,000 personal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, let me
Thank
ask
you.
one thing. This victim that is here, do they live near each other or anything like that?
Yeah, he lives on the, well, he used to live on the 5th floor and I'm on the 4th floor. He no longer lives in this building. He was evicted.
We would ask no contact with Johnny Wilson.
Yep, that's what I was just getting ready to say. No
There's
contact
gonna
with the
be no,
victim.
there's gonna be no complaining on this case. It'll probably be dismissed next week.
Okay, no contact. All right, this
you.
matter's concluded.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Ms. Watt.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
Thank you. Great to see everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
You too, thank you. Judge, the Leon Ferguson, that has, the file indicates it's already been submitted to the trial and readiness committee. So is it okay to just adjourn that to August the 6th?
Yes.
Did you get that, Ms. McCray?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Thanks. And
we concluded, you know.
And I just need the investigator's report for the plea we took. That's about it.
Oh, yes, for Allward. Okay, yes, I will do that right now.
Thank you.
No problem.